Hi everyone, it's Mr. Banish, and in this podcast we're going to take a look at the wind lab that we finished today. And what you guys did was you first blew up a balloon and you attached it to a stick, and you had a partner, and each of you were basically responsible to try to draw a line from the North Pole down to the equator as the other person was spinning it as the Earth would rotate. And a lot of you discovered that it was pretty challenging to do. And then you switched, and so your partner would be now rotating the balloon, and now you'd go from the equator down to the South Pole and try to draw a straight line. And as you did that, you probably discovered that it wasn't as easy as it looked. So let's take a look at it. Why was it difficult for you to be able to draw a line? And so if we take this and we make it our Earth, and here was what was happening. The Earth was turning, so we'll say that it was turning this direction, and you were trying to draw a line, and what happened is that a lot of times the lines ended up being curved. And the reason for this is, and if you were drawing it the opposite way, you probably had the same thing happen. Why was this? It's because of the fact that the Earth is rotating. And so Earth rotates. So Earth's rotation causes the lines to be curved. And what we're talking about is these lines are actually wind. So what happens is that the wind becomes curved due to Earth's rotation. And we actually call that the Coriolis effect. So the Coriolis effect is the idea that Earth is turning and that the winds would normally blow in a straight horizontal line, but because of the fact that the Earth is turning, they end up being curved, and so we start to see these global winds that begin to form, and it's all based on the idea of Coriolis effect. After you had finished trying to draw the lines on the balloon, you were asked to answer some analysis questions. And the first question says, what shape does the line form? And what a good answer would have been the line forms a curve. And so the line forms a curve. And then it says, if cold air were moving south from Canada into the United States, so let's try to draw the United States, and so there's the United States. Looks like a dog's leg, but we'll work with it. And if Canada is up here, and we know that we have winds that are blowing straight down from Canada, how would its movement be affected by Earth's rotation? And so what happens is the fact that if Earth is rotating, we would expect that some of the winds would be curved, and we in Wisconsin would oftentimes get weather that comes from regions that are up here, and it would have a curved pattern, which means that we might end up getting cold temperatures that are blowing our way. And so how would its movement be affected by Earth's rotation? The air currents that we get from Canada would end up being curved air. And so that whole process is known as the Coriolis effect, and that has a major effect on our weather and our winds. I hope that helped.